Is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Trimmed and burning, keep your lamp all trimmed and burning, keep your lamp all trimmed and burning. See what the Lord has done, brother. Don't get worried, don't you get worried, don't get worried. See what the Lord has done. Well, I have started on my journey. I have started on my journey. I have started on my journey. See what the Lord has done. And don't you get worried. Don't you get worried. Don't get worried. See what the Lord has done. And keep your lamp. Keep your lamp. Keep your lamp. You see what the Lord has done. Brother, don't you get worried. Don't you get worried. Don't get worried. See what the Lord has done.
All right. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Littman, and our guest today is all the way from Minnesota visiting us.
That's right.
Tom Feldman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that first song? What can you tell us?
That was Keep Your Lamp Trimmed and Burnin', and that is one of my favorite gospel songs that pretty much just about everybody has a different version of that one. And I was really heavily influenced by Fred McDowell and also by Blind Willie Johnson, and both of those guys have some pretty fantastic versions of that song. And so that's kind of a kind of a combination of them and my own take on it as well.
Great. Sounds good.
Thanks. Well, want to hear another song?
Sure.
Should we do another one? This one is a great little... This one's got a great little dance, little rhythm to it. It's called Aberdeen, Mississippi Blues. buy my gasoline. Well, I looked down the road far as I could see. Yes, I looked down the road and far as I could see, them Aberdeen men was chasing after me. All right, play that. On time. Yeah, married men don't want me around. I said, them men don't want me around. They know I'm gonna take all them women out of town. Hey. Well, I'm going down to Aberdeen, my way to New Orleans. Yes, I'm going to Aberdeen, way to New Orleans, and Aberdeen women are gonna buy my gasoline. One more time.
Yes.
That was Aberdeen, Mississippi Blues. That's an old Book of White tune. And he was another very, very major influence on me learning how to play the guitar, and just those nice dance rhythms that, out of this tuning that I'm in, it's cross note tuning, which is a version of Vastapul tuning, which I'm in open E tuning, which is pretty common. Open D and open E are pretty common in country blues, and people like Book of White and Skip James, they did this thing called cross note tuning, where they would drop that third string down a half step, and then they'd be able to do, with Book of White, he'd be able to do stuff like that by just going on and off and then moving it up. He'd get all these really great dance rhythms, and all of his music is just really hard driving. It's really fun songs. A lot of, he does some cool train beat songs, and that one with the slapping, you're really doing a lot of stuff with your left hand, and the flash, people are distracted by the slap, which really isn't really doing anything. But I remember seeing that when I was like 18. I saw a video of that, and I was like, someday I'm going to try to learn how to do that. And just learned how to do it a couple years ago, actually. So it took me 17 years, but I figured it out. So that was Aberdeen, Mississippi Blues. And do you want to hear another song out of cross note tuning?
Sure.
I'm in the tuning. Do you want to?
That's what you want to play? I want to hear it.
Well, as I mentioned, the other guy who played a lot out of cross note tuning was Skip James, and this is one of his called Cypress Grove Blues. I would rather be buried in some cypress grove. I would rather be buried in some cypress grove. Than to have some woman that I can't control. Well, I'm going away now, I'm going away to stay. Well, I'm going away now, I'm going away to stay. Well, that'll be all right, honey. Need my help someday. Well, the old folks told me, honey, I never did know. Where the old people told me, honey, I never did know. That the good book declares, you'll reap what you sow. Yes, your knee bones aching and your body is getting cold. When your knee bones aching and your body's getting cold, well, you better get ready for the cypress grove.
Yes.
Cypress Grove Blues from 1931.
Great.
Yeah.
So you're in town
Oh,
producing some videos for Stephen Grossman's Guitar Workshop.
yes. Yes, that was that Skip James song I just did. That was one of the lessons that we were working on, and I've been doing that for the past couple years. And man, what a super great opportunity, because it's basically like I'm getting paid to go to college, because I get to, I've been playing this music since I was 17, so almost half my life now. But to be able to learn sometimes the whole catalog of an artist, like, I did a Robert Johnson lesson, I did a Booker White lesson, a Fred McDowell lesson, and all these guys that are heroes of mine, and then get to learn almost all the songs they ever did is, I mean, you can't ask for a better education. And then to get to represent them in some way is really like an amazing honor to be able to do that. And just to work with Stefan, because when I started playing guitar as a 17-year-old, there was nobody in my family who played music, so there was no reference point for me, just how to play music. And then specifically this style of music, there was nobody, not even my friend circle, none of them had really any idea what country blues was. Their nearest reference would be Jimi Hendrix. And so I'm talking about, Son House and Skip James, and there was no one to really pull on. And so I was listening to the recordings and trying to learn what they were doing. And I had taken a couple lessons, guitar lessons, when I was younger, but nobody ever mentioned to me that you could tune the guitar differently. So I just thought the way the guitar was tuned, there was no other, you don't touch the knobs. You don't do that. And so I was trying to work out these songs, and I just could not figure out what they were doing. And I happened to pick up a book, a tablature book, from Stephen Grossman's Guitar Workshop, and I started seeing on the left side that there was different notes by the strings. And it was like a lightning bolt of like, oh my gosh, you can change the tuning. And I discovered, open G tuning and open D tuning, and then it was like, game on, and then I got into slide guitar and all of the, the first time I saw Son House on a video, I mean, the first time I saw Mississippi John Hurt, the first time I saw any of those guys were on videos produced by, you know, Stefan Grossman, and to be able to be in that mix now is like the best thing ever. So it's been great.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And speaking of John Hurt, this is a song that I wrote a number of years ago, but it's kind of in that finger-picking vein, because John Hurt was a revelation to me. I was really into Son House, and I was really into the Delta blues. That was just that hard driving, like that Book of White song that I played. That was my only reference point, and I didn't really realize, because I'd never heard before, that you could play this music any differently. And so to hear John Hurt, it was just an amazing revelation to me that you could pick out really nice melodies and really singable songs, and it didn't always have to be this hard driving music. And so this is a song called Ballad of Angel Moseley. Well, old angel knelt down before the mercy seat of the Lord, for to come and to save his soul. With thick sole dusty boots and dingy overalls, one-eyed face and a crooked smile. Yes, an old angel lives off day-old bread that he gets down at Amazing Grace Cafe. Well, old angel roamed around. Yes, they drove the whole town from their home. But them rich folks, they didn't mind. They packed them bags up and left. The poor folks ain't had nowhere to go. So old angel roamed from Georgia up to Alaska. Yes, and down back around that whole United States. Well, old angel ain't sober till he's dead and drunk, and I tell you all, he's sober all the time. Well, I tell you, riding them rails, sleeping in jails, he's getting along them best he can, living off a day-old bread. That he gets down at Amazing Grace. At Amazing Grace Cafe. Well, old angel knelt down before the mercy seat of the Lord, for to come and save his soul. With thick sole dusty boots and dingy overalls, one-eyed face and a crooked smile. Yes, an angel lives off day-old bread that he gets down at Amazing Grace Cafe. Little ditty out of A called The Ballad of Angel Moseley, kind of inspired by John Hurt and his finger-picking style.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is one of my favorite Delta blues songs. called Pony Blues. Why don't you hitch up my pony, saddle up my black mare? Why don't you hitch up my pony and saddle up my black mare? Well, I'm gonna find my baby out in the world somewhere. Well, hello, Central, you matter now with your line. Hello, Central, you matter now with your line. Come a storm last night, tear that old wire down. Well, I had something to tell you when you get the chance. I had something to tell you when I get the chance. That I want to marry you, I don't just want to be your friend. It's called Pony Blues.
Good one. Where does that come from?
I think that comes from, well, Charlie Patton, I would say first, but I think that that was a song that, you know, was just around. I think that there's so many different people who have a version of Pony Blues, or the lyrics of Pony Blues are in other songs, and it's one of those songs, like that song, you know, Crow Jane Blues, those songs I think were just, I don't know where they started from, but I think they were just around. And, you know, in the tradition is people, you know, using different lyrics and putting them in whatever song they want to use them in. And so from my reference point, it's Charlie Patton, but, you know, I don't know if that was an invention of his or if it was just something that was on the, you know, in the minds and the landscape of what was going on at the time. So, and speaking of Charlie Patton, before we get into to do the last song, you're going to play with me, right?
Yep.
All right. I want to do. I want to do a shorter little piece here. I can't play without doing something of Son House because he's my ultimate favorite. So here's one of his. Well, now, got a letter this morning, I reckon read, saying, hurry, hurry, got you, love is dead. I got a letter this morning, how do you reckon it read? Saying, hurry, hurry, got your love is dead. So I walked up the street, down the road. Every time I got there, it was on cooling board. I said I walked up the street, looked them down the road. Well, now, time I got there, it was on cooling board. Well, now, my mama was matter with you. Didn't give me satisfaction like you said you do. Well, my mama, well, what's the matter with you? Didn't get no satisfaction, care what I say or do. Look like 10,000 people around burying ground. Didn't know I loved you till they put you down. Look like 10,000 people around your burying ground. Didn't know I loved you till they put you down. All right. That was a little, he did a song called My Black Mama, and then that morphed into Death Letter Blues in the 60s, and that was kind of a combination of all those ideas together. And Son House is my ultimate favorite blues guy. So, should we go out together?
Yes, indeed.
All right. This is a song I wrote called Greenville Avenue. Walking down on Greenville, getting drunk, playing quarter games of pool at the billiard bar joint. So Chelsea, tell me please, are you trying to hustle me? 'Cause I bought the drinks, so what would be the point? Chelsea's eyes turn red, so much sorrow, as she lifts up her head and does her best